there's one Hollywood star who only seems to get more talented and more beautiful with age, you gotta say it's got to be Susan Sarandon.
This Academy Award winner's career has spanned nearly 50 years. Incredible roles like my favorite Janet in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I still throw toast at the screen when I see that.
Or as a waitress on The Run from the Law in 1991's Thelma and Louise.
Another one.
But this time around, what's she doing? What's she doing?
You know what? This book, I heard about this book before, but now that I know that you put it on the screen.
It's a more serious role in the new Lifetime miniseries, The Secret Life of Marilyn Monroe. Susan plays Gladys, a paranoid schizophrenic who happened to be Marilyn Monroe's mentally ill mother. Take a look.
Look, I just don't want to mess everything up. Please, Mother, what do you think I should do?
I think that you should stop coming to see me because you never ask me how I'm doing. You never do anything for me. All you do is talk about yourself. I don't know how I had such a selfish child.
Wow.
We all have selfish children. Susan, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
And we don't often see you in a television.
I don't mean to laugh, but it's so much fun to play somebody that doesn't care. Such a lack of sincerity. I mean, like, she's always hearing things and doing it. It was just so much fun.
But this is a very revealing look because we do think we know who Marilyn was at this point. She's become so iconic. But this book was about the secret life that she told everybody that her mother, and she'd never met her father and her mother was dead. But the truth is she was hiding the mental illness that her grandmother and her mother and she was starting to experience herself, right?
Right, and those were the days when the studios really took care of you and covered up all your scandals and you know, and then in exchange, you know, this protection, they owned you. And so she just fed into that. This is a...
Oh, that's the scene of the beach. So she's starting to be recognized. And for the first time. But you know what? I know she was, you know, mentally ill, deeply, sadly mentally ill. But this, in its essence, is a love story, isn't it, between a mother and a daughter, doing the best they can under really horrendous circumstances.
Yeah, and I think that Marilyn, well, the point of doing another story about Marilyn is the secret that came out. And so the inference is that she was so afraid, she was starting to hear voices, and that she starts to overly medicate. And it's really, when I read the book and started to research, it was a miracle that she lived as long as she did. I mean, she was doing enormous amounts of really heavy drugs and drinking champagne all the time. And I don't know how she functioned at all. And it went back to, you know, her mom had then become a Christian Scientist. And she's wearing a nurse's uniform because that made her feel calm, and it also allowed her to constantly sneak out of these institutions and disappear. So it was a very active incarceration.
Right. She came and went through the years, just in Marilyn's life, and just when things would start to look up for her, her mother would show up, and all the drama would start all over again.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people wanted a piece of Marilyn. The other woman, she could have been adopted, but in the house, the foster care that she went into. And the other woman that Emily plays didn't want that to happen, and so they married her off because she was going to age out, which, you know, we have that problem now in this country, people aging out.
Emily Watson, she's mentioning, who's terrific in it, too. Everybody's really terrific in it, and it's always good to see something from a completely different perspective and learn something new. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you for bringing Penny. Wouldn't be a trip here without Penny. All right, The Secret Life of Marilyn Monroe premieres in 2 parts on May 30th and 31st on Lifetime.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.